Sferrazza, your sommelier, here to put amazing wine in your glass. And these are my liquid pleasures. Hey there, wine lovers. Before we get into today's video, I have to say that a lot of you seem to be getting in on those wine tasters without committing to the bottle. And by that, I mean a lot of you are watching these videos. We can see by the numbers, and we love that. However, I would love for you to subscribe as well. Subscribing means a lot. I get to showcase this passion of wine to more people, and this channel gets to be seen more. So click subscribe for me. Well, let's get into today. We're going to be diving into women in wine. You see women within the wine industry a lot more nowadays, and thank goodness for that. But being a woman of Italian heritage myself, I thought it would be fun to get into some amazing bottles from Italy with some fabulous Italian vintners behind them that just so happen to be women. The Lungarotti family has been making wine and olive oil for the last 2 centuries. When the patriarch of the family passed away in 1999, this became a fully female-run wine company. Now I have to give some flowers to the matriarch of the family, Maria Grazia. She is the runner of the Lungarotti Foundation, and she's done a lot of work within that itself. However, the winery is run by the 2 daughters of the family. We have Chiara, the CEO, and Teresa, the communications and marketing manager. 2 amazing women with tons of expertise, insight, and sensitivity to guide this historic winery into the new challenges it faces as we move into the future. So let's try the Lungarotti Torre di Giano Bianco 2022. You know, Lungarotti is one of the wineries that put Umbria on the map, and it's the amazing women behind this winery that had a huge hand in doing so and keeping the winery's distinct name and reputation to this very day. So let's dive into the glass. You're gonna notice right away the beautiful golden color of this wine with some straw flecks in it, a little bit of green flecks as well. That's because it's a blend of Vermentino, Trebbiano, and Grechetto, which gives it this great color. Let's get into the nose. You ever open one of those Dole fruit salads? It's just like that. You have those like white pear, white peaches. It's almost like that like sugar water coated fruit, but in like a really lovely way. There's a touch of lemon in there, a little bit of flowers, and an almond-like vibe, but it's those fruit notes that are really leading the charge. Let's get onto the palate. On the palate, one of the key things about this wine is its freshness and its minerality and its super vibrant acidity. Honestly, I have to keep swallowing to keep in how much I'm salivating. That'll tell you how much acidity is in this wine. The more you salivate, the higher the acidity is. But you get this nice, almost bitter nut finish at the end, making it very complex and really an Italian classic. You might have heard of the wines of this Tuscan maven before. The story of Donatella Cinelli Colombini is a really interesting one, and she has blazed a trail for women in wine. At her estate, Casado Primadonna, it's an entirely women-run winery. Actually, when she was starting to hire for her winery and she went to a local enology school, she was told that there were no good winemakers available, but there were tons of women cellar hands. Being really offended by that statement with the cast-asideness of women, she decided to change how she was going to interact in wine. She started the Prima Donna Project and has really gained international acclaim with the Brunellos that they make. She's always been a champion for women in wine and a trailblazer in Italy. The estate is now run by Donatella's daughter, Violante Gardini, another amazing woman within the family who supports women in wine in Italy and continues to make great wines with intention. So let's get into tasting the Donatella Cinella Colombini Brunello di Montalcino 2018. Now, Once you pour yourself a glass of this, you're probably going to notice the bricky color of this wine. We are seeing an aged wine within the glass here. 2018, that's a lot older than we think, 2 years before the pandemic, right? So lots of beautiful color and aromas that are just bursting out of the glass. There are floral tones in here, lots of purple flowers, these stewed jammy fruits. You get a lot of cherry and plum. You know when people are making jam and you walk into their house, it's that kind of stewed jamminess, but all with these blackberry-like fruits. Little bit of cinnamon and vanilla and toasted notes in there. And there's just a complexity and a harmony to this. When you have a complex wine with a lot of harmony in it, it's kind of like musical notes on a page that are being played out in scent. Really quite a fun thing to experience. Let's get on to the palate. I cannot contain myself with this wine because it's absolutely delightful. You get these really nice rustic tannins, this brightness of acidity, and this kind of like gold liquid vibe to it. Really truly an elegant and long finishing wine with an equally complex edge on the palate as you get with the nose. This is just a small selection of women-made wines from Italy. There are countless more that I can mention from Italy and from the world at large. I'm so happy to see more and more women-made wines that we get to enjoy and experience together. So I have a challenge for all of you. Please mention a women-made wine that you absolutely love down in the comments below. And don't forget to tell me your thoughts on these wines, and if you have any questions, you know I will answer. Cheers, everyone!